Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're going to be going over some of the questions that are in your review guide. So if you look here, it says fill out the following equivalency chart. If you can hear the dogs barking in the background, I apologize. They are playing and they can't go anywhere else because one's a puppy. Make sure that your fractions are always in simplest terms. So remember, a percent is always part of 100. So for example, 75% written as a fraction would be 75 out of 100, which, as you can see, simplifies to 3/4. You can take this fraction model and you can write it as a decimal by putting the number written in form of 75 hundredths. Therefore, 0.75. That reads 75 hundredths just as our fraction model does. It just can be simplified to 3/4. Our next example, the decimal form, says 8/10. We know that 8/10 is equal to 80 hundredths. Therefore, my fraction form can be 80 out of 100. Again, you could simplify that to 8/10, which could then be simplified further to 4/5. I can use this decimal model or this fraction model to write it as a percent, which would be 80% because it is a rate of 100. 90% can be written in decimal form as 9/10 or 90 hundredths, and again as a fraction as 90 out of 100, which you simplify to 9/10. I want you to try to do the last two there on your own, and we will make sure that we check them all in class. Here's another example from your review guide for Unit 2. It says the public library has volunteers shelf books after they have been returned. When Lisa arrives to volunteer, there are 5 nonfiction books for every 9 fiction books. If there are 117 fiction books total to shelf, then how many nonfiction books need to be shelved? So I know here that I'm going to be working with equivalent ratios because it gives me similar information but written in 2 different ways. So I need to start out by writing one form of the ratio. So I know one form of the ratio can be written as 5 out of 9 because there are 5 nonfiction books for every 9 fiction books. And that can be equal to, if there was a total of 117 fiction books, I need to know how many nonfiction books there are. Notice that both of my numerators refer to nonfiction, while my denominators both refer to fiction. It's very important that those line up in order for you to get your problem correct. Remember that to solve these proportions, we're going to use our cross multiplying because that's a property of math that we can use to find an unknown value. So I know that if I was to cross multiply and that if these are truly going to be equivalent ratios, then that means that 5 times 117 will be equal to whatever 9 times our unknown value is. So I've just done the math for 117 times 5, which equals 585. Therefore, my equation can now be 585 will be equal to 9 times my unknown value. So we can use our knowledge about fact families here to find our unknown value. We can divide 585, not by 5, by 9 in order to find this missing value. So I've just done my math and I have gotten my answer of 65. Therefore, there should be 65 nonfiction books that need to be shelved. All right, guys, our next problem, which is going to be our last one in this review while you complete it for homework, is the average body burns 120 calories every 8 minutes. I know that because it says the word every, I'm already talking about a rate. Let me go back and reread this again because I got a little confused. The average body burns 120 calories every 8 minutes of jumping rope. which equation best represents the number of calories burned, which they're telling you to use that variable C, when M number of minutes has passed. So I know that they want me to find kind of a rule. So for every minute, how many calories are burned? Well, I know that for every 1 minute, that's going to be finding our unit rate. So again, I can use my proportional reasoning. If I burn 120 calories in 8 minutes, and I want to find a unit rate of how many calories in 1 minute, I can again set up my proportion and use my cross-multiplying strategy, which is 120 is equal to 8 times our unknown value. So we can divide it by 8 using our fact family knowledge. I know that 120 divided by 8 equals 15. Therefore, there are 15 calories burned in every 1 minute. So what they're asking you to do is to take that unit rate and write it in an equation. I know the number of calories is what I'm looking for. And I know that I burn 15 calories in every minute. So you can fill in the number of minutes and multiply it by 15 in order to find the amount of calories burned in that time of jumping rope. So the correct answer here should have been D. C is equal to 15M, where C represents the calories burned, 15 represents the unit rate, so you can just multiply that unit rate by the number of minutes that you spent jumping rope. For the rest of your homework, we want to make sure that we're completing these practice tests because your test is on Wednesday.